What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Perry's Politics today. What's up, Pops? What's up, Sherelle?
Hey,
how you doing?
Yeah, we chilling. Hey, everybody, I know it's been a lot going on, but I've been doing a lot of small clips on TikTok under Perry Sanders 1.
Perry.
Perry Sanders, add the
Perry.
number 1. Huh?
There's some kind of echo. I think it's coming from Pop.
Okay, then let me drop him down.
Perry.
I'm going to drop him down for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe they get to close some browsers. But
Yeah.
check it out on TikTok, because like some of these stories might not make it to the, the live or whatnot, but things are popping off. So I'm trying to cover bits and pieces as things when they pop off. So it's Perry Sanders 1, the number 1. And then hopefully I'll keep you informed that way. But the speech last night, Trump had the speech to speak to the Congress. And people, it was a mess. Hold on, let me see if Pop's ready. Pops, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
Put me on the bottom.
Yep, you going there. Yeah, but anyway, people, when he came out to speak to Congress, it was a mess. It's all for show. He want to come out here. He's lying and doing everything all over again. But as the Democrats in there, as he took the stage to speak, he was waiting for everybody to have a seat. The congressman from Texas, Al Green, refused to take a seat and didn't stop talking. And he had good reasons not to talk. I mean, the things he was saying, he was basically just yelling out that Trump don't have no mandate to cut Medicare and Social Security. So I guess they was putting on a show, had the soldiers of arms or whatever they call them at the White House escort him out, right? So let me give you a clip of that, because this thing was like about an hour and 40 minutes. It was long, people. It was long. But of course, we ain't going through all that.
Take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber. Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you.
So they escorted him out for refusing to take the seat, but the Republicans enjoyed it. Started singing, "Hey, goodbye." They were just having the time of their life, drinking up a storm, being the racist fools that they are, having a great time. So, Sherelle, what y'all think about just him being kicked out? And I'll give y'all his response, because they interviewed him right after he was leaving.
Can I go?
Yeah.
It was a shit show. When President Obama was giving his, I believe it was State of the Union, and somebody yelled out, a Republican from the seat, "You lied." He didn't kick him out and make a big show out of it. It was a shit show. But first of all, is his name really Al Green? And what's wrong with his face? What is all the hair?
That's his name. He's from Texas.
I just think The Democrats shouldn't have came. They would have made a better statement if they didn't come. But they're always trying to do the right thing. No, this is a new president, a new era. He is the worst of the worst. You have to be straight out disrespectful to Donald Trump. I wouldn't have went. He kept looking over there, and it just showed just how bad our country is and how we are the laughing stock of the world. Pop,
Well,
do you agree we're the laughing stock of the world?
Well, it's that. It's it's don't show an organization, to be the strongest country in the world. Seems real confusing.
We're a joke. We don't have any allies anymore. He's a big fat liar. Half the shit that was coming out of his mouth were lies. The country's divided racially because of him. Divided politically because of him. He doesn't understand reaching out across the lines. Take him down, Perry. I mean, he's just the worst president ever. And the bad part about all of this is we have to live through this. So we're going to be in the history books. What he did as the worst president ever, the first felon to be president. But the bad part is we have to go through it. I'd rather have been not here and then read about it later. He is an embarrassment. He's a selfish man with no empathy. And he walks around with this shit on his face. People call him orange. I think he's trying to look like a light-skinned black person. The way he looks is a joke. The way his hair flips over is just ridiculous. Yeah. And he's just the worst president ever. And he's showing no signs. He's not hiding the fact. Let me put it that way. He's not hiding the fact that he wants to be a dictator. Now you got all these people on TikTok and Instagram talking about, we regret what we did. You should. And I am mad at the Latinos that voted for this egghead.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fact. And last night he came with his makeup. And, I always often wonder about that makeup sometime too.
Why is he wearing makeup?
Do he be having splotches? Like, if the rumors, it's a lot of rumors that he has some kind of STD. I don't know. Just saying.
Syphilis. Mm-hmm.
Right. But if that's the case, maybe he getting blotches or something, or he just want to look young. He's fighting this. He way past a midlife crisis. And he's still
there's got to be a medical reason why he wears that stuff on his face. It looks ridiculous. It looks like a stage makeup. It's stage makeup. I'm sure he looks awful in person, and he has to get it all over his clothes. He's walking around in makeup, but he doesn't do his eyes. So the circles around his eyes are porcelain white, and then the rest of his face is a weird looking orange.
Let me see.
Like the hateful person that he is. He's a hateful person.
Let me see if Pop's got it fixed. Hold on. Let's see.
He lies to the public.
Hey, Pops, you got it fixed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Let me put you back on top. Put her down there. Okay. So that's the deal. He was lying his ass off. Let's keep it real. From the moment he hit the stage to the moment he left. Nothing but lies. Out there showboating. Not a Republican with an ounce of courage. An ounce of humanity. They sit there and clap like little puppets on a string. It was bad, Pops. All of them just clapped them up and enjoyed it. His little weak ass vice president was behind him, and Mike Johnson was
marvelous.
Huh? Yeah.
Drop me for a minute.
Okay.
And you know what else I noticed, Perry? It was like watching a debate in high school. None of the Republicans acted like a mature adult. No. They wanted to boo and clap and get him out of here. Start singing like they were at a football game. Nah. You're supposed to be the government. You're acting like a bunch of 12th graders. You are hateful, weird ass people. You are embarrassing the rest of the world. You look like little hound dogs that have to do whatever your master says. Not one of them is a free thinker. Not one.
Yep. No, we got Pops back. So yeah, no, it was definitely a shit show, but I had to go and watch the whole damn thing. And I almost aired it on air, but I'm glad I didn't because shit, it took a while. Wasn't the set time when they was gonna start.
I wanted to ask you this, Pop. None of those Republicans are free to think differently. So they're a bunch of cowards. That's not gonna work, is it?
No, it won't work. But yeah, they all they think about is power, winning an election again and what position they can get. That's all they worried about themselves. Somehow they got a lot of selfish people up there, So
with no empathy and don't give a damn about the public. They don't.
No.
They don't care if we all get KIL. They don't care. They're about their money, and not one Republican out of 100, 200, not one of them has any, what's the word I'm looking for? Decency, integrity, respect, morals. None of them. They're a bunch of hound dogs.
Well, they sold their soul.
All of them. That's it.
Yeah.
They sold their soul. This has to turn into a major disaster. And I agree with what you told me from the beginning. You said it's got to get worse before it can get better. Now, I don't know why that happens. Why does it have to get worse before it can get better?
Because if people see any way out that they don't have to do anything, any way out that they don't have to march, any way out that things can go back to normal, and they just get their paychecks like they was doing, that's what they rather hate instead of the fight. Nobody likes to fight,
But when they're going home, I'm talking about Republicans, they're getting eaten alive by the people in their districts. They're saying, you didn't do this for us, you didn't do this for us, you're a kiss ass. And they're yelling at them. And these are white people. These ain't black people. These are white people. Mm-hmm. And they don't do anything about it. How do they think they're going to get reelected? Or are they planning on a dictatorship?
Well, I don't know. Probably Trump is trying to take over the government and whatever him, Putin, and them got planned. But the other people, the ones running for office, just trying to get reelected, keep their position, and they figure at the end, because people are real gullible, they can just talk their way out of it,
Are people gullible or are they stupid?
Well,
and are they stupid? Who votes against themselves? The things that they voted for, the things that Trump was saying, they knew. He told them, y'all really thought he was going to lower your groceries? Are you that damn dumb? This is why I'm just cruising through it, because people have to learn their lesson the hard way. They believe this convicted felon and his administration are a bunch of thugs. If it was black people acting like that, they would be, this is a disgrace. Oh, I can't believe they can believe. But it's white people acting like that.
Well, they never thought that he would do them. They really never did. Maybe the Mexicans, maybe the blacks, maybe people coming over here across the border, but they never thought he was going to do his own people. I didn't either,
I know you didn't.
Yeah, you never thought
he don't care about anybody. He don't even care about his own people. The white people. He never cared about us. He don't care about
his bank account.
He cares about his bank account and his thug life. His thug life.
Because he kind of broke now. He got to get back up there with the money.
He's cozying up to dictators. Just disgraceful. No integrity. No morals.
Cutting deals that only benefit him.
Well, and not one of them people in his family, from that damn son Barron to Melania, Tiffany, and really the three from Ivana, they have no souls. None of them.
None whatsoever. And I got tired of looking at her. But either way, with this speech last night, Al Green, the congressman from Texas, got kicked out, and here he is talking to a reporter as he's leaving the building, and basically telling the reporter that, I guess the reporter asked him pretty much, "What was you shouting?" He's basically shouting that Trump don't have no mandate to cut Medicaid and Social Security, but here he is.
Standing there, you're yelling at the president. What were you saying to him?
I was telling him that he does not have a mandate to cut Medicaid.
And the speaker told you to sit down, and you refused to sit down, and that's why they kicked you out.
That is correct. And by the way, if there's a punishment, I will accept a punishment. This is not about me. This is about the people who are going to suffer if Medicaid is cut and if Social Security is cut. We need to raise the cap on Social Security. We need to protect Medicare. And for God's sake, don't cut Medicaid. This is for poor people.
Republicans have said that they don't have any exact plans to cut Medicaid right now. It's not spelled out in their budget blueprint.
Well, it doesn't have to be spelled out if the budget blueprint requires them to make the cuts that they have said they're going to make. They'll have to cut it. They'll have to cut it. And by the way, I don't want it block granted to states. To send it to the states, Texas refused $100 billion in Medicaid money. $100 billion with a B, because Texas didn't want to put in any portion of the cost to help poor people.
Leader Jeffries called for decorum. He called for a dignified Democratic presence. Do you feel you were following his wishes by standing up and disrupting?
I was following the wishes of conscience. There are times when it is better to stand alone than not stand at all. This president is disrupting the healthcare system. He is all but defying court orders. At some point, we're all going to have to stand up.
Yep. So what you guys think about that? Because the reporter asked him, he was like, well, they haven't mentioned anything about cutting these things. Listen, jackass, they ain't gonna mention it. But read between the lines, open your eyes and see what they're doing. They're doing a lot of things they ain't talking about they're doing. But if they gonna cut this money out at the end of the day, where else would this $2 trillion and all this money come from unless they gonna attack Social Security or Medicaid? But go ahead, Sherelle Pops.
I feel like only the lowest of the lows will go after our seniors. He's a damn senior citizen, a broke ass senior citizen himself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's doing all this stealing and lying and cheating. But he only cares about himself. What country doesn't take care of their seniors? It's disgusting. Can't believe I live in this shitty ass country. I want out. This is the some seniors don't have families to rely on. He's just disgusting. Pop, I can't keep talking because I'm getting pissed off. I mean, do you think they're gonna really do it?
No, they ain't gonna mess with the seniors' Social Security.
Then why does he keep talking about it?
He wants to, but they know that.
You mean that we're gonna fight back and he's not gonna do it because we're gonna get a hell of a fight?
They won't sit down for it, you know. And once people see people out, senior citizens out there in wheelchairs, senior citizens homeless, and it won't work. It won't work with seniors, but I think he know that. But he'll come at Social Security another kind of way. Now I don't know about the SSI stuff. He might try to cut that out. He gonna mess with it, but it won't be the seniors.
I think he's going after the seniors.
He can't do it.
I think that they have no, they're out of touch. They don't understand.
Yeah, but he ain't that out of touch.
He is that out of touch. Look at everything. He has no common sense.
Where's all this money gonna come from, Pops? If he don't touch this Medicaid, Social Security, where's all this money gonna come from? I'm just saying, like, we would hope he don't do it, and you would think a person in their right mind wouldn't do it, but we talking about a man that's not in his right mind.
Yeah.
Do you think, now, whether it be successful, do you think he would attempt to do it? Let's start with that, attempt. do you think he'll attempt to take out Social Security?
No, I think he put the idea like he's doing out there to see how people respond. But I don't believe he can do it. I don't believe there's no way
You
he can.
also believe that he wouldn't go for the upper class white people, and he is. Like he has no allegiance to anyone. All those senators that's just kissing the ring, he'll stab them in the back before they even turn around. He has allegiance to no one but himself. I've never seen a more despicable president. He's despicable.
Yeah.
Especially for the modern era. This man has absolutely no soul, no empathy, and no damn common sense, because he's forgot. Well, he don't know what it's like to have a job and be around the commoners. He doesn't know what that's like. I'm so sick of him. I don't want to see him ever again. And he's going to try to be a dictator. I can't stand him and the entire family. The kid, Barron,
right? No,
the mail order bride, Melania. They are just heartless people. I pray every day that he has a damn heart attack.
Well,
that's the only way we're going to find some relief is when his ass is in the upper room. Every day, a car crash, something. Just leave the American people alone. You are a monster.
Well, he a monster, and the people here with are drunks, criminals, and all that. So instead of kicking Al Green out from the speech, he should have kicked out Mike Johnson, chief of staff, who later got arrested for a DUI.
This is just ridiculous.
Right after the thing, he ended up getting arrested because he ran into the what would you call like the president caravan or whatever they call it,
motorcade.
Yeah, He actually ran into one of those cars. Now, but I wonder how much punishment would he get though.
Perry, that's not the only drunk in that administration.
No.
They're full of drunks, drug addicts, women abusers. They're thugs. People laugh when I call them thugs. They might as well have their own raps. They are thugs. Men without honor.
Yeah. They way
we
worse.
We all know that Hegseth is a drunk. I'm telling you, their cabinet's full of nothing but drunks, drug addicts, women abusers, and anything racist, and anything else pitiful. He didn't hire not one person with any integrity.
Yeah. And don't leave out liars. Because
I can't forget
whole
that.
speech that Trump gave last night, for the people who watched it, and for the people who didn't watch it, you probably can figure out how it was going to go. One lie after the lie after the lie after the lie. Because here's Rachel Maddow. I got a clip of her fact checking him. But let me just tell you some of the things he said, the things she sort of fact checking. He came out there on the stage. He said that Biden had the worst inflation, that he don't pass it over to him. He claimed that he had the worst inflation, but that's not the case. Then he said that Social Security is paying people 150 years old to 200 years old.
Ridiculous.
So they got to investigate Social Security because there's a whole bunch of fraud there. Then he came back and said all the automotive CEOs in the United States are so excited because he's terrorist and it's going to bring them a lot of money. That's not the case. Then he says that the U.S. spent more money on the Ukraine battle than Europe. And that I think the American could have spent 125 or 124, 125. Europe could have spent 250 something billion. But then Biden, he came back and said Biden closed down a lot of power plants when he was in office. And it's not the case. You know, he just keep lying, but everybody understand how he do it. Then he said that Doge, that the little program he got with Elon, saved hundreds of billions of dollars. That's not the case. Then he had, now this is the sad part. he kept, you know how, because he'll use people. He used this black kid that is surviving cancer. He don't had like 13 surgeries and all that. Praising him up. God bless this kid, right? But he's using them and trying to praise him up. And the kids, you know, starting to saying, thank you, Trump, for helping. Trump ain't the one to help you, but he just thankful for anybody helping. He's using this kid to act like he care, but doing the same time, he's counseling the cancer research department. Now, how in the hell can he do that? But here's Rachel with some of these fact checking. And Pops and Sheree, y'all can stop me anytime.
It repeatedly seemed to be ad-libbing when he was remarking on the expected impact of the economic decisions he's already made 6 weeks in, saying that the American people would have to bear with him, that there would be a little disturbance, that there would be an adjustment period. And again, he said a little disturbance, essentially suggesting that the roiling that we saw in the markets is something that he knows he caused, but he hopes people will not mind. For the record, the worst inflation in this country was in 1980. For the record, the economy that he was left by President Biden was not a catastrophe. It was literally the best economy in the world and was described by The Economist magazine as the envy of the world. That was the economy that was left to Donald Trump by Joe Biden. For the record, Social Security is not paying benefits in large numbers to 300-year-old people or 250-year-old people or 200-year-old people or 150-year-old people. In fact, the idea of Social Security as a bastion of massive fraud and overpayment is completely false. For the record, U.S. auto company CEOs are not psyched and delighted and so excited about President Trump's economic policies, including his tariffs. Take, for example, the CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, who said that Trump's tariff policies would, quote, blow a hole in the U.S. auto industry that, quote, we've never seen. The president flat out lied about U.S. versus European spending to support.
Okay. She goes on. But if she gonna fact check every lie, we'll be sitting there for another 2 hours.
But did we need a fact checker, Perry?
No.
Who in their right mind? This one says something. Trump is on drugs. He says stuff that makes no sense. Who in their right mind believes that there are people walking around on this planet that are 150 to 300 years old? You don't need a fact checker for that. And these zombies, that's what I'm going to call his cult, sitting up there clapping, not saying the truth that the president is coked out of his mind and saying shit that don't make no damn sense. Did you hear that part, Pop?
Yeah, I heard him. Yeah.
300 years old, and they're clapping like the sheep that they are. It's
I don't
sad.
think he meant people was under this 300 years. Oh, he's saying people cheating, and if they add it up, they would be.
That's not what he said. Rachel just clarified it. He said that they're running scams. The people that are 150 years old, 300 years old. First of all, nobody's running a Medicare scam. First of all, but nobody's alive at that age.
Play it again, Marvin. Do you still got it?
I think I removed that. But
Okay.
look, the whole thing is this, though. He said this, Pops, on the stage. Yeah, Doge has got me, and they did a great job finding fraud. We have over tens of thousands of people that's drawing Social Security over the age of 150 years old. You telling me that you sitting your funky ass on stage while tens of thousands of people that's claiming to be over 150 something years old getting Social Security, and you ain't called out one for fraud? Then he said it was some 200, and he just kept going on and on because once he lied, just like for some reason, I can't believe that you even had enough to believe what he said or try to justify what he said. This guy be straight lying, Pops.
Do you think the Republicans that believe him, they're drugged out too or drunk. The shit he says doesn't make any common sense. Right?
And I think
So
they
it
just
doesn't
want
even
power.
take a fact checker. You could just tell he's a liar. He's on something. He's on something. He just says whatever jumps into that bird brain of his, and all the sheep applaud him. The sheep, they don't even try to look up the truth. They don't give a damn until they're in the red and they get their job is gone and then they can't afford food anymore. Then they want to get on YouTube crying about, I should have known that he was lying to us. I'm tired of those videos. I block them out my feed because I don't give a damn. Cry until you broke as hell, but you voted for him, so you must pay the price. Sorry.
I mean, he said it, and people with a kind heart might try to justify, well, that was so stupid. He couldn't have meant it that way. He said a lot of stupid shit, and he mean it that way. That's where we get caught up with him. Because I used to always
think about him, Pop, coming up there and lying the way that he does. Well, you ain't got no. Yeah, what can we do? America is the joke. We're joke now, but the real victims is the American citizens. Because once you get a nut job as a president that wants to be a dictator, there's nothing else we can do. Democrats better pull it together and try to stop it before they run out of time. He's cozying up to Putin. He stopped aid to the Ukraine. He knows damn well what he's doing.
Yep. He cut off intelligence and all that stuff to Ukraine, but he's cutting off the cybersecurity we had, like our defense to block Russia from interfering. He don't tell them, oh, take some time off. Don't worry about them like that. So he's kissing Putin's ass and dogging out Ukraine. Whether
and
you
Perry,
agree,
mark my words, the reason we don't have a lot of physical fighting over here like they do in maybe Gaza and other countries is because United States was known as the peacemaker, and we just didn't tolerate that on this soil. But people are going to get frustrated, and if you think 9/11 was bad, it's going to happen more and more. There's going to be more terrorist attacks on American soil. Mark my words. Because the people that it's affecting, let's just say, they'll come over here in a minute. And, look what happened. Flying in the buildings. There's going to be more terrorist attacks. What do you think about that, Pop?
Without a doubt. I think you hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, without a doubt. It's going to be more attacks.
That's when the sorry ass people that voted for Trump are going to say, well, we didn't need all this when they're blowing up our buildings.
Yep. And those same people going to realize they messed up, just like the farmers sort of realized it when their payments got cut off. But I think something came out today with the courts where they overruled them, and the people who already did the contracts, like $2 billion had to be paid to U.S. aid, to those farmers and stuff like that. So something did come out today with that. But
because the farmers were hopping on YouTube like there was no tomorrow. They were crying. I just removed them from my feed, crying and carrying on. We voted for Trump. We never thought that this would happen to us. What did you think was going to happen, bird brain? Anybody who really believed that Donald Trump was going to get us out of the recession that we're in, that he's not talking about, heading towards a depression, y'all really thought he was going to fix the economy? Come on.
Well, he definitely doing the opposite. And those same people, the farmers, like Pop said, we all agree on the panel, people would start speaking up when shit started to affect them. Some of these people out there cheering for him last night, going crazy, they'll back down when their grandmother, their parents, or whoever, Social Security is affected. O'Malley, the former head of Social Security, says Doge cuts could soon trigger Social Security system collapse. That payments could be stopped in the next 30 to 90 days. So start saving your money. Now, 72.5 million people could be affected. He ain't saying that it'd be gone totally away. He just saying that how they messing with this system, that it could collapse.
So
That's
you're saying
what I
more
see.
jobs are going to be lost? Is this what you're saying?
So what now?
More jobs are going to be lost?
Well, no, this is the Social
Social
Security.
Security.
Oh,
Ain't
so
getting to the veterans yet, honey. Huh?
now you tell me, Pop, you don't think he plans on messing with Social Security when he's saying save your money? What?
Thanks, Annette, for the super
Annette.
stick. Oh, Annette.
Well, it's not good for us with whatever he do, but I don't believe he's going to be able to do that stuff. He's going to try. He's going to be in court just like he is now. People get more excited. People are going to be marching. People are going to be disgusted. He's not going to be able to get away with it. What he got planned for the people going to backfire on him and Musk, all of them, And
Okay.
with the election time, when it get close, because I think they got 2 years left that for the senators and stuff.
Mhm.
Once they start running for the election, their tone going to change too.
Will it change, Pop, if Elon Musk knows how to work the voting booths?
What do you mean? Break it down. What do you mean?
Will it change? Will people vote different people in if Elon Musk knows how to cheat?
She
I
basically
don't
said
know.
if they rigged the next election.
They rigged the election. Donald Trump said it with his orange ass. Thank you, Elon Musk. You sure know how to work those voting booths. What?
Mhm.
So is it going to be time for change during the midterms when they know how to cheat? I ain't even going to vote in the midterms because our vote is just a waste of time. They are rigging. Listen, Kamala Harris was selling out stadiums. Donald Trump had to, his side had to fix the cameras so it didn't look empty. They rigged the election. Nobody's stupid. And did he really have an assassination attempt? When you wear a Band-Aid for 6 damn, no, I'm sorry, for 3 damn days, did he really get pow? Did he really? The man's a
I mean,
liar.
my
Everything
belief
comes
on it.
out of his mouth is a lie. That was a setup. No one tried to pow you. You're a liar, sir. And you rigged the elections. And Democrats need to step up and talk about it.
I don't care if they rig the election, lie to the people like they're doing. It's not going to work. No doubt in my mind, it's not going to work. And you'll see it's not going to work. The American people, the regular working people, going to stand up. The worse things get, they always did on the history. The worse and worse it get, the more and more people going to stand up. But he picked the wrong. He messed with the middle class, and I think that's the wrong people. They always stay quiet because he never really messed with them like he's doing now. But now he's messing with the upper middle class, and it ain't going to work. You'll see.
I mean, I do agree with you. The upper middle class white people, they will fight.
Yeah.
And that's all hope we got.
More people will come out and fight, but like you said, it's going to be a battle because we're going to have to get off our ass and do something. But Annette, thanks again. I mean, that is being really grateful with the super stickers. Thanks for supporting the channel. I truly appreciate it.
I just had a pit in my stomach after that. I don't know if it's called State of the Union, after that shit show that went on yesterday. And I try to stay positive and I hang on to your every word, Pop. But it's just getting worse and worse.
Okay, yeah. And it's going to keep getting that way. And I want Pops and everybody to I've said it, but I like to have some kind of evidence that I ain't just making up shit about this Social Security.
Security has never missed a payment in more than 80 years, but your benefit checks might not show up next month. The former Social Security Commissioner, Martin O'Malley, warned today that the slash and burn tactics of the world's richest man, Elon Musk, and his Department of Governmental Efficiency would soon disrupt the system. O'Malley saying, quote, "You're going to see the system collapse and an interruption of benefits. I believe you will see that within the next 30 to 90 days. He added, people should start saving now."
Wow.
Well,
And
and you know what?
I'm not even mad about my parents who are seniors. They're taken care of. Me and my sister ain't gonna let none of that happen. But there are people that don't have families or do have families that aren't in the position to help. I worry about those people, those senior citizens.
It's not gonna work.
Well,
I hope you're right.
I hope you're right, but I'm telling you, my thing is, he damn sure gonna attempt to do it.
He gonna
I
try
want
it,
to
but
see Ace Maria for the super sticker. Yeah, I mean he gonna try something. So and then
But
he
it's not
got
gonna
this
work.
whole, go ahead.
Security has never missed a payment.
I was trying to get rid of it. Go ahead, Pops.
I said it's not gonna work. The hole he digging for the people is really gonna be dug for him. It's not gonna work.
I mean, I hope you're right.
It's not gonna work.
Do you mean he's gonna have a heart attack or something so we can move forward as a country? What do you think is gonna happen?
He's gonna try different stuff, just like he's doing now. He's gonna log up the course with it. Okay, the people gonna be on the wall out here, you know, because they laid off the money he gave them, ran out. You know, that little money don't last that long. The money done ran out, people all up in the air. And if you cut Social Security, all you do is dig a hole deeper and deeper for himself. But he think he digging it for the people, but he digging his own hole. It won't work. I got enough confidence to know it won't work. You know, you can get emotional and say, well, yeah, but it won't work. You know, it ain't gonna work.
Well,
I mean,
all you doing is making a big mess.
a big mess.
And when he cut off Social Security, it's gonna be even a bigger mess.
I can't believe it. Just something in me. You took care of your mother and father. I'm gonna take care of my mother and father. It's just something in me, and it should be in everybody else to take care of your seniors.
and look. I got this other clip too to go into this whole thing about the Social Security. Some people think it might not happen, but he got Doge in there for a reason. He's saying they looking for fraud and all that, but that can't be. If you had fraud, then you would say something. But here's a little clip just explaining some of this.
Really trying to find fraud, he wouldn't be hiring little teenage programmers. He'd be hiring forensic accountants. Financial records inside of a single company are incredibly difficult to piece together. For example, I had a friend here in Bali whose employees stole a bunch of money from him, and it took a ton of effort to figure out exactly what money was stolen from where. So how are a bunch of 19-year-old programmers who have no experience in finance supposed to figure out where the fraud is in the entire federal government? The real answer here is that they were never supposed to figure this out. Their job from the beginning was to cut the programs that Elon and Trump weren't politically aligned with while calling it fraud or waste, while never bringing forth a criminal case showing actual fraud. Like, think about it. That would be a huge win for Trump if he could supply one case of criminal fraud, but he won't, because once again, that was never about fraud.
Yep. So it's not about fraud. They want to eliminate these companies. That's why they're going in there. They want to cut trillions of dollars off our deficit so they can get the billionaires a tax break. Now, unless people seriously think they don't stop trying to get the billionaires a tax break, they got to get this money from somewhere. It's Medicare. I don't care if it's SSI, Social Security, how you want to phrase it. They plan on taking it from that pot. What you guys think?
Disgusting. Pop, you still think it's not gonna work?
It's not gonna work. No doubt in my mind. It's not gonna work. You know, there's no way. It's not gonna work.
There's absolutely no fear in you.
It's not gonna work. It might be some little rough time while people standing up and marching, and it's gonna be some, you know, rough times and stuff. But at the end, the people are gonna win, not Donald Trump.
Well, you're gonna need some kind of help, because I don't get into this next story. Since Trump wanna come out on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, and start all this tariff stuff and this tariff battle that he want to start. Now people are going to start retaliating. And here he is. Hope I can read it. Yeah. Here's this Chinese ambassador in the U.S. If the U.S. truly wants to solve the fentanyl issue, then the right thing to do is to consult with China by treating each other as equals. If war is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any other type of war, we're ready to fight to the end. The fentanyl issue is simply a flimsy excuse to raise U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports. Our countermeasures to defend our rights and interests are fully legitimate and necessary. See,
Now,
this shit done went to a different level, ain't it?
that man ain't playing. He not playing. He said they willing to defend themselves, whether it be WAR. He is not playing. And when he has this bright idea to impose tariffs, which means inflation, but you know, those dumb sheep, the people that follow the Republicans, they're cheering tariffs on. We're gonna make money and pay for it. Like, y'all don't get it? That's called inflation. He probably took that out the school system, because any Republican that supports tariffs is an idiot. Tariff means inflation. But what we didn't expect was for the people that we put tariffs on to counteract it. And Canada came strong, Mexico came strong, China's coming. Them people ain't playing with him.
No,
This is about to be a depression, people. And am I overreacting about that, Pop?
No, he playing with fire. There's no doubt. You know,
He's playing with fire. And we're not, and he's not going to be the one to suffer. It's the common person.
And maybe the actions he's taking with his tariffs and the recourse is going to be the thing what Pops keeps saying, probably be enough to fire up everybody to rebel.
Yeah, he digging a hole for himself. The whole thing he's digging for the public, he's digging it for himself. He's going to be so sorry that he did all this. And then he's going to do the president, because he's going to go down in history as a lousy president, a con man, and he thinks he can gangster, but you can't gangster everybody. You know, he thinks he can gangster everybody, but it don't, you know, you can gangster some people, but some people ain't going to be gangster. And the public ain't going to be gangster in the end. They're going to stand up and say, man, get out of here with that shit.
Gangster.
And,
he looked like a bully talking to Zelensky like that.
well, that's a gangster. That's what gangsters do. You know, intimidate you. That's a gangster. So you got a gangster attitude, but you can't be a gangster and the president of a country. You can be, but it ain't going to work for the United States.
Well,
people not going to sit around.
Go ahead, Pops.
No, I say it won't work.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't believe
he's like that playground bully that's going to get punked. He going to mess with the wrong people.
It's not going to work.
I mean, do you remember people like Saddam Hussein, Idi Amin, Gaddafi, who changed his name to Gaddafi? These people have a tendency to stay in power a long time. Yes, justice does come eventually, but the hands of justice turn slow. We are going to have to face a lot of heartbreak and heartache before we see any sunlight again.
Well, the heartbreak.
I always was glad when I would watch international news. I'm just going to say it. I was always glad I didn't live in the countries where they were fighting. But now I do live in a country. There's going to be attacks right here on our homeland, period.
No, it's going to get bad. I mean, because with this tariff battle, China just spoke. Mexico gonna speak this weekend and drop their tariffs off. And then
I love Mexico. I like that lady. I don't know her name, but she's cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
The Prime Minister Trudeau. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right.
Trudeau, yeah.
is calling out the U.S. for cozying up with Putin and hitting back with 25% tariffs on $155 billion worth of American goods. And who paid for that shit? Americans. But people gonna find out. But here you go, talking about it.
At the same time, they're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator. Make that make sense. Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight. Not when our country and the well-being of everyone in it is at stake. At the moment, the U.S. tariffs came into effect in the early hours of this morning, and so did the Canadian response. Canada will be implementing 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods, starting with tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods immediately, and tariffs on the remaining $125 billion of American products in 21.
Whoa.
I think that scared me more than anything. Those people are not playing with the United States. We have no allies anymore. We're on our own. We are on our own. Who does that, Pop? Runs away all of their allies. And the only ally we got is Putin. Is that a joke? If somebody would have wrote a fiction novel saying that our only ally would be Putin, I would have laughed. This is true. A true horror story.
No,
we have no allies.
And then remember, like, because people think that, oh, these tariffs are going to make us money. These U.S. tariffs will result in higher consumer prices, reduced spending, increased inflation, a widened trade deficit, slower economic growth, and potential job losses. So, but people don't cry until they got hit. And eventually, it's going to hit all Americans. The billionaires going to be okay because Trump is working really hard, him and Doge, to give them the tax break they need. But to hell with everybody else. Words?
Just
Pop?
go ahead, Pop. I feel like I'm over talking you. Go ahead.
I don't think really, I just say my own race, the black race, it ain't gonna affect us. We already broke. We already ain't got no job. So it's gonna affect the upper middle class, of blacks and white. That's who's gonna get hit. The people that don't ever say nothing, the people that sit back, this cash and check, go and buy the new car every year. That's who's gonna get them. That's who's gonna attack them. We already can't get no broker.
Well,
yeah, we can.
I disagree.
Don't you remember the Great Depression of the 30s?
No, I wasn't around.
Okay.
Well, you didn't read about it? People starved. People starved. That was the worst economic times ever.
Right.
Is the Great Depression of the 1930s. And it took them 10 years to recover from it.
Because say right now, we might be broke, and just got it barely enough to live. If things get more expensive, we ain't gonna be able to do shit. We're gonna be broker and not even be able to afford a place to live. So I understand with your method, you're saying that we more used to it, but this shit is gonna get bad to where we can't even afford to eat the things we eat now.
They're already price gouging. If you're not a homeowner in Las Vegas, only 30% of people in Las Vegas own a home. Most of those people are renters. They have no rent control. So at the end of your lease, they're raising it $300 to $500. How are those people going to survive?
No, I don't know, Sherelle, but Trump ain't giving a damn about the elderly people. He ain't giving a damn about nobody, not even the veterans, because now he came out today with this plan to cut 80,000 VA employees. Now, these people take care of veterans, retired veterans, disabled veterans. but he's saying he want to reestablish it to the amount of people from 2019. Is a reason why they added more people so they can give better service to veterans. But he's going back, and he'll say he loved the veterans, which is a
So
lie.
you're saying that he's getting ready to attack the people that fought for this country?
Yep. Let me play this tape for a second for you. Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Breaking news alert now. President Donald Trump's administration set to cut tens of thousands of jobs from Veterans Affairs. Let's get back to Megan at the WKRN.com alert desk with the update just in from the Capitol.
Yeah, Nikhil, that's right. According to an internal memo, the Trump administration plans to cut more than 80,000 VA employees. The agency provides health care for retired military members. This memo instructs top-level staff to prepare for a, quote, aggressive reorganization in August. The VA's chief of staff told officials the goal was to cut enough employees to return to 2019 staffing levels. Veterans have already been speaking out against cuts at the agency, as more than 25% of the VA's workforce are veterans themselves. Nicole.
So not only if the terrorists going to affect it, people losing jobs daily. Under this president, it's a damn shame, but people still want to hold on to the fact he's making America great. Where? How?
Yeah.
You know, I just don't understand it. But they'll go out there on TikTok, all these things. Oh, and then you know what? Too, what's getting me, because as I'm on TikTok and stuff, I'm seeing more black people.
What do you mean?
All over the place. Trump this, Trump that. I don't get it. I really don't get it. We can imagine who all went to the ballot box, but I'm seeing them on there praising Trump.
Perry, it's just the brainwashed younger generation that listen to the rappers. Most black people do not support Trump, but you are always going to have your traitors. There are some black people that insisted to help Massa hang somebody from a tree. You always have stupid black people. And I can say that because I'm black. You always have dumb black people, the special ones, that help the enemy hurt their own people.
Well, you ain't never lied. There's a lot of them out there. And
but the majority of us, we know what's up.
It just raised my blood pressure to see somebody that ignorant. Like,
no black person should be voting for Trump. It's no excuse if you're black that you voted for Trump, except besides the fact that you're stupid. He didn't help our people in any kind of way. So I had a friend, this dumb girl, I had to get rid of her, talking about Trump gonna save the economy and he gonna get rid of all the Mexicans because they were all lying in the streets of Detroit. And go Trump, go Trump. Oh, these black Democrats so stupid. We need Trump. You know what ended up happening to her ass? She stuck out the United States where she should be. You idiot, turning on your own people. And don't come back when times get good. I can't stand a black traitor. I cut her ass off so quick, she didn't even know what the fuck happened. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
I don't know. We'll see. But I don't believe he's going to get away with it. I don't believe the people are that stupid when it gets worse. It ain't worse yet. It's just a little. But when it starts getting really was affecting everybody, then you'll see people standing up more. You'll see the politicians fighting. There's no way he's going to survive it, you know. And he just can't, I think he's going to be almost ran out of town at the end. I
hope they Saddam, what's his name? Saddam Hussein his ass. Remember they found his coward ass in a hole? I hope they do that to Donald Trump. Find him hiding in a hole with your coward ass. And then we just hang him because we done with you. You done messed up our country.
Yeah.
You done messed up our country because of your greed and your stupidity. And the man was born with money. His Nazi father, Fred Trump, left him money. What's his excuse? He filed personal bankruptcy 6 damn times, and these stupid people still voted him in. He says the most disgusting stuff about women, does the most disgusting stuff about women. Why he always tied to Sean Diddy Combs? Why is he tied to Epstein? We seen pictures of him hanging out with these people, and they still voted him in.
It's the damnest thing to me.
Because he was prejudiced. Because he don't like Mexicans, he don't like blacks. He just wants the white man to win. That's why they voted him in, because they in clauses bigots. They don't come out in public. I mean, the Klan and stuff do.
That's why I'm glad all them racist white people that it's going to affect, they already poor to begin with. Let's just face it. A lot of the white supremacists live in rural areas and I don't know, and can they food. It's going to get worse for them. They already poor.
Well, that ain't the ones it's the, some of them got suits and ties on, you know.
Yeah, she's saying majority. She's saying majority of them. She's saying majority of MAGA. Yeah, of course you got the ones like Trump.
David Duke.
Yeah. But she's talking about for the most part, these MAGA people come out here and retaliate against minorities and don't give a damn whether they feel the pain or not.
And it's so weird. What kind of people are they? Their whole goal in life is to stay away from black people or the minorities, right? That's the only goal they got in life. You're not interested in anything else? Just, I got to stay away from these blacks. You know, they taking all the jobs. And you're unemployed, sir? This is ridiculous.
So that's pretty much our show for today. But I want everybody to let me know how you feel in the comments. Do you think? Go ahead, Sherelle.
Hold on, Perry.
Go ahead.
I need to get rid of this person right here. Hold on. Here she go.
Oh.
This girl keep coming to our chat on all my channels. Her name LaTanya. Girl, get the hell out of here. We don't need sellouts like you. Bye-bye. Go ahead, Perry. Now you can end the show.
I'm glad you sniped her. You know what I'm saying? But let me know how you think about the speech that he gave to Congress last night, how they did Al Green, what they doing to the to the VA employees by getting rid of them. How about these damn tariffs? I mean, a lot of people just assume this shit is not going to affect them. And do you think Doge could mess up Social Security within the next 30 or 90 days? Sherelle, Pops, y'all got any final words before we bounce?
I'm going to listen to my father and I'm going to pray. And everybody else, please do the same. Let's just pray. It's not as bad as I'm fearing that it's going to be. That's it.
Keep your chin up.
Yeah, no, I'm with y'all too. And look, I would say this. It's going to be what it's going to be, but it's going to take us to get off our ass and fight. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit this out. We got to make noise too and do what the hell we got to do. But until our next show, people, I want to say thanks for coming. Please give this video a like. I probably should have told y'all that at the beginning. It really helps it out in the algorithm. Right? But check out my TikTok. It's Perry Sanders with the number 1. Just Perry Sanders all together, number 1 on TikTok, because I put out small little things so I can try to keep up to date. Because there's so much stuff popping off with the orange monkey in office. So it is what it is. But y'all good? On 3, y'all want to say bye? 1, 2, 3. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.